Welcome, friends, to a word of hope for Tuesday of the 26th week in Ordinary Time. We have the disciples today on a journey with Jesus in trying to prepare reception in a small town called Samaria. Now, if you remember, the Samaritans do not get very much along with the regular Jewish residents. So this is not pleasing to them, and they say, no, we don't think you're going to come through our territory, especially since you're on to Jerusalem. And of course, the disciples have a natural reaction. Lord, do you want us to call down fire from heaven to consume them? It's almost comical. And the next line is, the Lord turns and rebukes them. Well, of course he does. That's a little bit over the top. But isn't that interesting? Our human instinct is when we are attacked, to attack. The divine instinct is to absorb the negativity from a stance of love. Didn't we see that earlier with King David in 2 Samuel chapter 16? That's what I was reminded of when I read the gospel. David, remember, had fled Jerusalem because his son Absalom was after the throne. And he arrives in one small town called Bahurim, I think it was. And this young man called Amaiah starts throwing dirt and stones at him and cursing all kinds of foul-mouthed things at the king. Well, one of the soldiers was not pleased. He said, Your Majesty, if it be your will, I will lop off his head. Well, David says, no, I forbid you. And who knows, maybe this is God's will for me, perhaps to humble me. And if it's not God's will that I should be treated in this way, maybe God will compensate me for it. Again, that sense of restraint. In this day and age when we deal with so much negativity, this is a good lesson for us. Not always to go with our human instinct to attack when attacked, but to go with that divine instinct, to absorb and bear the negative, not to be a punching bag, but from our chosen stance of love, to receive the pain of another that often comes out in a violent emotional attack. This is what we all need to do when we look to follow Jesus in very practical ways in our corner of the world. We have our task for this week. Be that divine instinct in the midst of those moments where the negative threatens to overwhelm the positive. God bless you.